There we go. It was acting a little strange just now. I'm always having a rough start. Lord. Hey, Evangelist. Hey, Miss Dolores. Hello there. How are you? I hope that you guys are having a great day so far. Happy Wednesday. Dolores, I was looking for somebody that was saying it in the comments. Happy Wednesday. I hope that you guys, I definitely was about to say Tuesday. I hope that you guys are having a great Wednesday so far. But yeah, let's get the show started. Make sure that you guys do share. I would definitely appreciate it. Share to someone who cares about what's going on around the world. Hey, Miss Robin. Hello there. How are you? Hello. Today is it's almost Thursday. Where is the year going? I'm feeling like we just hit January and we're close to the 15th already. Like the days is just going by. Hey, the real books. Hey, Mr. So teed off. Teed off. What that mean? What does teed off mean? And that's like the Super Bowl or something. You know I'd be clueless. What are you what's that? Teed off. Teed off. I don't know what that means, but I hope it's something good. um, yeah, but it's going by so fast. The weeks are going fast. The world is going in shambles. New rules are being applied. New policies are being made. The violence is crazy. Mental health is bizarre. Ticked off. Is that what it is? Ticked off? You're just as lost as me. Good morning, royalty, teed off. It could be some type of joke when it comes to Mrs. So, y'all. It could be some type of joke. Teed off, I think ticked off. Are you ticked off? What you mad about? What's all the fuss about? What you're mad about? Who pissed you off? Hey, Elizabeth. Hello there. How are you? Welcome. Oh, you're pretty. Hello there. Hello. Um, that's what I thought. You thought the same thing? All right, I got a couple announcements, y'all. So I am working on merch right now, and okay, just to let you guys know, I am back working on my merch again. I had took a long break. My machines were down up in here when it came to my merch, and so I had lost creativity with it. It just was going crazy. So we finally have it together. Hey Joanna, how are you, love? I was looking at doing a spring collection, but I've decided that spring is like right around the corner. Hey Deja, how are you, love? Spring is like right around the corner. So I don't see me being able to make spring at all. So we're definitely going to be prepared for summer, okay? We're definitely going to be prepared for that. So you will be able to not only shop on savageroyalty.com, but you will be able to shop on YouTube as well, as it will be set up on my profile on YouTube. Okay. So just be looking forward to the Savage Royalty merch that will definitely be dropping very much soon, which would include two-piece short sets, dresses, t-shirts, hoodies, a few hats, cups, mugs, and water bottles, or the whatever you call those, tumblers as well. All those things is due to be released. We're looking at least by the summertime to have it all to prepare for you guys. Okay, so summer will be best for me, as of course you guys know. I do create, ship, and do everything myself. I do not go in between any third party, because I just like I like to just put my creativity to work versus having somebody else to do it. Plus it's just cheaper. So I'm going to be doing it all by myself, so you will be able to see videos of me creating the merch very much soon, which should be start dropping in the beginning of March, so that you guys can see the production behind the scenes. But the sneak peeks will only be featured first on the Spaces by Wix app. So if you're not there yet, please make sure that you definitely get there, as the ball is definitely going to be getting rolled out for a lot of the exclusive content that will be coming soon. Okay. As well as, so because school has started right in the brink of me starting YouTube, I had to figure out a way to get production on the app more. Okay. So there will be investigative shows that will be happening only exclusively on the website, and those will be in this format, as well as others like I did the Naziah Harris story, pre-recorded videos as well that will be posted on YouTube. But other live shows, well, not live, but pre-recorded shows that is in this format where you will see me talking and giving my commentating on, those will be on my website, okay, only. So you will be able to get not only the YouTube content, Bigo, YouTube, Instagram, but also the exclusive content that will be really ready and available for you only on the website or the Spaces by Wix app, okay? Ooh, March is just the greatest month. My B-Day, and this is the month, it's coming, right? And then I have a cruise. My goal, the reason why I really have to get this ready, y'all, I've been in supporter for a while. I was wondering where you went, royalty. I didn't realize you came back. I've been back since January. um, yeah, so I have to have it done by summer because I have my royal cruise for a lot of my members from Ombigo. This is my test phase. Next year, I will be having one that is way more bigger, where you guys will be more than welcome to come and meet with me on a cruise. But this one will be more so small and intimate with most of the people that are from YouTube, I mean from Bigo. But I want to be able to wear my own clothing line on the cruise. So I definitely have to have it ready. I have to have it ready by summer because my cruise is in the summer. So I'm going to definitely have it ready before then, though. I'm looking at least by late May, early June to have the summer collection already pushed out and ready to go for you guys. Okay. Alrighty. What are you going back to school for? I'm getting my master's and possibly my doctorates in criminal justice right now. The master's is kicking my tail, but I'm doing good. I have A's in all of my classes. My only struggle point is quizzes because my anxiety just gets the best of me and I overthink. I overthink bad on these quizzes, but as far as my papers and my research, it's perfect. It's just that those quizzes is just crazy. My biggest challenge right now and outside of the quizzes is discussions. I don't know why. Like I can write a whole 10, 11 page paper, but writing a 500 word discussion amongst my peers for critiquing is kind of it's kind of a little bit of weight on me because I know that my peers are looking at it. You know, they're reading it and then they're going to respond to it. So it's kind of weird. But yes, that's what I'm going back to school for. I'm getting my goal is to get my master's, but my husband is pushing me for my doctorates. Depending on if this master's kick my tail or not would determine if I take it a little bit further. Your research is good because you have us. Yes, absolutely. Like I just had to do a paper yesterday. I did it on I have a research paper that is going to be at the end of the semester where I have chosen to discuss child exploitation on the dark web and why I do recommend that. I think you guys can let me know in the comments on the replays and live if you think that this will sound right, but I do think because of the magnitude of child exploitation that there needs to be a federal force that is dedicated to just children. I do know that we have we have CPS, DHS, FBI may step in, local authorities may step in, but I do believe because of the magnitude, because it's not just, it's all over. You know, children are trafficked all over the world. Children go missing left and right. I do believe that um, they need their own force alone because of its magnitude, but also because it holds its own ecosystem monetarily. Yeah. So that's my recommendation, and that's what my paper is on. We could start critiquing you if you like. I've already done that before. I actually did it live on Bigo, the real books, for the first time. I'm going to do it again where I read my paper before we get into the show, y'all. I read my paper on live. Okay. Now, it was nothing wrong with this paper. Everybody was like, it sounds good. But when I read it out loud, it just did. I felt like that I can do better. So when I got off live, I ended up writing the whole paper again. Even though they told me that it was only like my supporter said, it's only the first half, Savage. That's like you probably need to work on it a little bit. I just rewrote the whole paper because it just didn't sound like I wanted it to sound. So I'm going to let you guys critique me as well. But yeah, if I've already started doing that because my professor says that, you know, sometimes just allowing your peers to critique you. So if I did it on live once before and it actually, that paper ended up being an A. I got a 95, I think a 90, no, a 98 out of 100. Yes, I wrote it all over again. Yeah, I'm hard on myself when it and they told me, and it's like, it's only the first part. And I'm like, yeah, but The way this is sounding though, like when I'm reading it out loud, it's different when you hear it out loud. You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't like the way it sounded out loud. So I ended up I got off live immediately because the show was already over. And I literally read that whole page. I wrote it all over. And I ended up getting like a 98 out of a 95 out of 100. So it ended up good. I'm waiting on the results of another paper now. But yeah, it's going okay. School is going okay. It's a little something something, but my research is good. So it's with ease on that end. It's more so tests and discussions that kind of gets the best of me. But yeah, other than that, it's going well. Alrighty, guys, let's get into today's show. Have you guys? We always hard on ourselves, yeah. Yes, let's get those likes up. Get those likes up. Get those likes up, guys. I would definitely appreciate it if you can, and if you can, also share it to someone. Share it to someone who cares about what's going on in the world. Have you guys been keeping up with this Megan Boswell trial? Because this trial is happening right now, right before I just came live. The jury went into deliberation. Okay, so we may get a verdict before we even get off live. We'll see. Let me practice this. Let me practice. This is all wrong. All wrong. What? Yeah, when I wrote it over. Yeah, yeah. So it's just one of those things. Me being a Sagittarius like me might make you regret a wanted critique. No, I would actually like it because I know that us Sagittarius, we're blunt and brutal. We don't mean it though. We mean it with so much love. We do. It's just that we don't know how to soften it up. I don't know if that's a flaw or what. So in order to be our friend, you have to be able to accept that we're going to be brutally honest. And hey, Lashandra, and if you can't take it, it's just one of those things. All right. So this Megan Boswell child. So Megan Boswell is accused of killing her daughter. She came up with multitudes of different things and she gave multitudes of different stories about what happened to her daughter. None of it made sense. One story was her daughter was left with, thank you, Elizabeth. Her daughter was left with her father, with the child's father. The other story was the daughter was left with her mother's mother, who is, of course, the child's grandmother. And it's just it hasn't made sense. So now she is officially in trial, and the whole world is definitely watching. So this is young Evelyn Boswell and her mother Megan Boswell. Okay, and the cute little baby, but it's sad about what this woman has possibly done. And I have to say allegedly because, of course, she is innocent until proven guilty. But let's get into the deets of the case. All right. So the case of Evelyn Boswell was whose tragic disappearance in February of 2020 had led to an Amber Alert and a multi-agency search. And it remains one of the most heartbreaking in Tennessee's recent history. So at the center of the case is Evelyn's mother, Megan Boswell, who is now facing charges including first-degree murder and 2 counts of felony murder. So the case has captured the public's attention due to the disturbing circumstances surrounding Evelyn's death and the multiple contradictions in Megan Boswell's statement regarding her daughter's disappearance. So the background. On February the 18th of 2020, an Amber Alert was issued for 15-month-old Evelyn Boswell, who had not been seen in weeks, with one seemingly aware of her whereabouts, Megan Boswell, Evelyn's mother. Her first claim was that her daughter had been left in the care of the child's father, whose name is Ethan Perry, whom she stated Evelyn's that he had her after Christmas. So Boswell's statements was also filled with inconsistencies, which led investigators to believe that her story was not truthful. So the investigation timeline and the key interviews. So Megan Boswell's statements during the interviews with various law enforcement agencies. Megan Boswell had provided numerous conflicting accounts of what happened to Evelyn. She told investigators that the last time that she saw her daughter was after Christmas, when she allegedly had left her with Ethan Perry at his grandparents' house. So she also claimed that Evelyn was in good health at the time. Later, after not being able to reach Perry, she reached for her in the days that followed. Okay, Boswell's version of events has shifted multiple times. In one of the earlier interviews on February the 19th, Boswell had told the FBI agent Jeff Blayton that she had dropped Evelyn off at Perry's house on December the 24th, 2019, and that she had believed that he was still caring for Evelyn. She mentioned that she had tried to contact Perry, but had not been successful. So when asked about her daughter's well-being, Boswell had revealed a concerning detail about Evelyn, possibly having a broken arm, but claimed that it had happened while she was at Perry's house. So Megan also stated that she had no reason to believe that Perry would hurt Evelyn, but at one point she did admit that Perry had threatened her. So in these interviews, Boswell was often observed nonchalant and unemotional about her child's disappearance, which had raised some further suspicion among the investigators. She seemed unconcerned about the urgency of finding Evelyn, even though she was aware that an Amber Alert was being issued for the child. So she has already lied a few times to investigators within a span of a few days. Okay, we have one story that she was left with the father. But here's the thing, for her to sit there and tell the authorities that she has not seen her daughter, but in the last time that she left her daughter was with the father at the grandparents' house around Christmas or around the Christmas time, and she dropped the child off. Okay. You would think that she will understand that this timeline can be corroborated and it can be tracked amongst investigators. But of course, because she's lying, is never going to make any sense. So because of the way that she was lying and the multiple stories that she was given between the grandparents' house, dropping her off around Christmas, dates not making sense, that is actually what made her become a prime suspect in the case. So the search for Evelyn, after Evelyn's disappearance, the multi-agency effort, including FBI and local law enforcement, had quickly ramped up. So investigators were sent to Boswell's trailer, which they had found to be in deplorable condition. Boswell had left behind belongings, including a stroller, which was later identified as Evelyn's. Additionally, Boswell had failed to provide clear leads about her daughter's whereabouts. So at this point, the law enforcement had already spoken with Perry, who denied having any knowledge of Evelyn's current location. So, despite Boswell's repeated claims that Perry had Evelyn, the investigation had showed that he had no custody of the child at no point during the time. So, law enforcement efforts had intensified after Boswell's confusing statements and realization that Evelyn had been missing for much longer than what Boswell had admitted. So the discovery of Evelyn's body. So after weeks of searching and mounting tension, Megan Boswell had finally led investigators to the location of Evelyn's body in March of 2020. The body was found in a wooded area in Bluntsville, Tennessee, not far from where Boswell had claimed to have dropped off her daughter. This discovery did confirm what many had feared, that Evelyn was in fact deceased. So during the trial for Megan Boswell had begun with her facing charges of the first-degree murder and 2 counts of felony murder in connection with Evelyn's death. So evidence presented in the courtroom indicated that Boswell's behavior leading up to Evelyn's death was concerning, and many of her actions and statements seemed to point towards her involvement in the crime. So one of the witnesses was a man named Stephen Williams. He's a former investigator with the Sutherland County Sheriff's Office. Williams was one of the first to interview Boswell in February of 2020. In the interview, Boswell had initially denied knowing where Evelyn was, but later admitted that she had left Evelyn with Perry. She claimed that she had been looking for her daughter, but had been unsuccessful in locating her. Now, keep in mind that this is a baby. You can only lose a child for so long before you realize that it's a problem. It's not like that this is a 3 or 4 or 5-year-old, 6-year-old that could have wandered off somewhere. This is a small child, okay? Now, unless someone close to her did something or someone kidnapped the child, that is the only 2 options in this situation. So the fact that she thought that she can just make up a story as if the father had the child, but he don't know where the child is. She dropped the child off during Christmas time and hasn't seen the child since, but none of her timelines making sense. It's only so far that a child of this age can go without parents not being alerted at some point. So for her to have this long gap and these discrepancies in timelines not making sense, of course, authorities is going to look at her strange because of the age of the child. So Joseph Strickler, and then not let's not forget, guys, there is no mentions of a car. There is no mentions of maybe, she was at the grocery store and somebody took the child, or she was asleep and the child wandered off. It's none of those situations. The only thing that she was more so trying to pin on is that the father had something to do with the child going missing. So Joseph Strickler, a former investigator with the Sutherland County Sheriff's Office, Strickler had interviewed Boswell twice, once on February the 20th and again on February the 21st. In those conversations, Boswell's demeanor was cold and detached, often crying only when confronted with the possibility of her own legal consequences. Strickler had a particular emotional exchange with Boswell, where he had told her that he was more concerned with finding Evelyn than pursuing criminal charges. So Jeff Blatton, a former FBI agent, had also interviewed Boswell as well. He recalled Boswell downplaying the seriousness of the situation, even expressing that she felt that it was okay to leave Evelyn with Perry because she needed a break as a mother. This interview was critical in revealing the lack of concern that Boswell had showed towards her daughter's well being. So, David Gratz, a special agent with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, otherwise known as the TBI, Gratz was part of the team investigating Evelyn's disappearance as well. He recounted his interactions with Boswell, highlighting her lack of emotion and failure to show genuine concern for Evelyn. So Gratz was also detailed how Boswell had pointed investigations towards her mother. So now we have moved from the father to have spoken to multiple different investigators over a span of days. She attempted to keep the story consistent on leaving the child with the father. She finally gets to David Getz, and then she pulls in the story of the grandmother, or her mother possibly having her. Okay, so Gratz also detailed how Boswell had pointed investigators towards her mother, Angela Boswell, claiming that Evelyn might be with her. However, there was no evidence supporting this claim, and no one had seen Evelyn in the months leading up to her death. So the question is now at that point is, how long has she been deceased? And what I never understand in some of these situations, guys, is how does families go so long without putting eyes on a child, just making up lies? How does families go so long without putting like eyes on a child, without asking questions? Grandmothers, because who knows how long this child has been deceased? Because if the father's saying that he has not seen her, the grandmother is saying she has not seen her. They go to the house and see that it's in deplorable conditions. We know that 9 times out of 10, something could have happened at this house, or she did something in this house, continued to live in the home. So the question is truly, how long has Evelyn truly been gone? And there has been a lot of stories that is poking out with family members, and they're saying, well, I haven't seen the child in months. I haven't heard the child. Well, I seen their mother, but I didn't see the kid, but I didn't think anything of it. I don't know what type of family members these people have. Because let me pop up somewhere without my daughter. My mother, my grandmother, my auntie, my grandfather, they're going to be asking me 10,000 questions of where is she? Because I am one that believes that when you get to a certain age, the elders are more focused on the children than they are the adults of the children who once were, their child or their first grandchildren. They're not really concerned about us at this point. So what kind of family do people have that they don't ask these type of questions? Because I wish I would, okay, drive to DC and not have my child. I wish my mama would call me and I say, well, how Diamond doing? How's she doing in school? Where's she at? Let me talk to her. I don't know what be going on in these households and families in 2025, but grandparents and aunties and grandfathers and fathers and mothers and whoever else, don't be asking the same type of questions that, because I get interrogated. I don't know about anybody else, but I get interrogated. And there's so many other stories where people are like, well, I haven't seen the child is dead now, but I haven't seen the child in about a year. A year? Well, like when the last time I seen the child, he had a black eye, but I didn't ask any questions. I was a little concerned, but I didn't think anything of it. Last time interrogating when I just never understand it. I really don't get it. Honestly, they don't ask questions anymore because the state raised them. Ignoring the red, because there's so many. First of all, her house is one red flag. Not seeing the child or hearing from the child, or this is the small baby. Of course, you should hear the child doing a little bit talking and Google Gaga's in the background, maybe a cry here and there, maybe a little yelp in the background on a phone call. You should hear something. And for them to be talking to her and calling her and seeing her, and no one sees the child and no one thinks to ask questions. Meanwhile, the child is living in hell in a deplorable condition, and whoever else knows what this child is going through during this gap in time where nobody hears from her at no point. I don't be understanding sometimes. I really don't. So now you have a child that is missing, a grandmother that is being blamed, that's saying, I have not seen the child, a father who is being blamed, who's saying, I have not seen the child. But no one thought to ask this woman, hey, where's Evelyn? I haven't seen her. I don't know. All right. So the evidence. So during the trial, several pieces of critical evidence was introduced, including personal items that belonged to Boswell and Evelyn. Among these items was photographs of Evelyn, a T-shirt with Baby Shark logo, and other personal mementos from a memory box. Hmm. So that tells us that she actually did this and basically took some mementos of Evelyn and put them in a box and tucked them off somewhere. So these items were found during the searches of Boswell's belongings and were presented as evidence that Boswell had been keeping mementos of her daughter even while she was missing. So one of the most troubling pieces of the evidence was a memory book that was found in Boswell's belongings. The book had contained an ultrasound and references to Evelyn's birth, but it appeared that Boswell had not been forthcoming about the details of her daughter's disappearance or her role within it. So, testimonies. Of course, you had Paul, the expert digital forensic analyst as well. Okay. So he also explained and read some text messages. Okay. Now, in those text messages, Durant had identified messages between Boswell and another person. Okay. So on December the 18th of 20 December the 18th and 27th of 2019, there was a Facebook conversation where Boswell had discussed financial struggles due to custody battles with Evelyn's father. On January the 13th of 2020, conversations with Ashley Rosenbaum. Boswell had claimed that she had lost custody of Evelyn to Ethan Perry, previously believed to be Ethan's father. On January 26th of 2020, conversation with Christopher Hall. Boswell had told Hall that Evelyn was doing good, but was mean, and claimed that Evelyn had hated her. On February the 18th of 2020, Facebook messages about custody issues. Boswell had stated that Perry would not let her pick up Evelyn, sent a picture of Evelyn claiming that it was taken on the previous weekend. Durant's analysis showed that the photo had actually been sent to Perry on November the 30th of 2019. On December the 22nd of 2020, messages about Evelyn's whereabouts. So Boswell had received a message encouraging her to be honest. She responded insisting that she was 100% honest about the situation. On December the 27th of 2019 and February the 19th of 2020, messages with Hunter Woods. In December, Boswell had messaged Woods about a phone swap and mentioned Evelyn staying with Perry. In February, she messaged Woods claiming that she loved him and that she was pregnant with his child and needed a place to stay. Wood did not respond to the February 19th messages shown to the jury. On February the 22nd of 2020, conversation with Hunter Woods about Mendota. So Boswell had asked Woods to bring her clothes and mentioned TBI searching in North Carolina. So Woods had asked Boswell to confirm that Evelyn was safe. Boswell had mentioned a location in Medento, trying to trying to arrest, trying to talk to her about a past arrest, actually. So later messages, Wood had spoke to TBI with new developments about the case. So she basically was talking to this person, letting them know that she had just talked to the investigators. And the investigators were talking to her about past arrests and things that were going on within the investigation. Okay. So, in conclusion, Megan Boswell's trial has been filled with emotional testimony, graphic evidence, and mounting circumstantial evidence that points towards her guilt. The defense team also argued that Boswell did not initially harm her daughter, okay, or intentionally, harm her daughter. But the prosecution had presented a compelling case that Boswell was responsible for her daughter's death. The tragedy of Evelyn Boswell's death has left community devastated, and investigations into her mother's actions has drawn national attention. As the trial has progressed, the details of what truly happened to Evelyn will continue to unfold. However, the damage caused by Boswell's actions is undeniable. So Evelyn Boswell's story is a heartbreaking reminder of how easily a child's safety can be overlooked by those who should protect them. So it looks like, did you not know who your child's father was or something? It looks like that you didn't know who the child's father was, or you was between two, or either you was just pissed off because you lost custody of Evelyn. One of the two, because you was telling someone else about a pregnancy. Either you had a lot of secrets that was going on, and you wasn't being honest about your child's birth, or you wasn't being honest about something, but something is not adding up. Because why would you be questioning sending someone else information about a pregnancy, but also why would there be a book with that leaves doubt into your daughter's birth? The only thing that I would think is that either you wasn't honest about the father or something. Hey, desirable Kates. Hmm. But in order now, question. Here's what I should have looked up to see about this law. Question. In the state of Tennessee, I wonder what the laws is when it comes to custody. He would have to get a DNA test first, correct? For him to win custody of Evelyn. I'm wondering if he would have to get a DNA test first. It's not making sense at all. So, because if she's telling someone that she lost custody of Evelyn and Evelyn hates her, it makes me wonder, did you have resentment for your own daughter, which has happened before in many cases, where a person can have resentment. Usually they must know the paternity of the child. That's what I'm thinking. So you must had a couple of lies happening here, ma'am. You had a bunch of lies. And it wasn't just to the investigators. It was to the men that you were dealing with, okay? Because in these text messages, okay, you text Ashley Rosenbaum saying on January the 13th, you text stating that you lost custody of Evelyn to Ethan, who was previously believed to be Evelyn's father. So there's a question of paternity in this then. Boswell had told Christopher Hall that Evelyn was doing good, but she was mean, and claimed that Evelyn hated her. Boswell stated that Perry would not let her pick up Evelyn, sent a picture of Evelyn claiming that it was taken the previous weekend. During the analysis, it shows that the photo had actually been sent to Perry on November the 30th of 2019. Boswell received a message encouraging her to be honest. So the guy Hunter Woods, in December, Boswell had messaged Woods about a phone swap and mentioned Evelyn staying with Perry. In February, she messaged Woods claiming that she loved him and was pregnant with his child and needed a place to stay. Woods did not respond to the February 19th message that was shown to the jury. Either you had, hmm, these dates are not adding. So you had both of these. Did you have both of these men thinking that they was this baby's father? Because if they're saying that one was initially believed to be the father, was this guy Hunter the actual? So you had a bunch of secrets and lies that you were either you killed her because the father that was the father you didn't want to be the father, and so you killed her, or either you killed her to hide the fact of who the real father was. One of the two happened here. Is your motive, ma'am? Something ain't right. You was telling a bunch of lies between the both of these men. You were telling a bunch. You had both of these guys thinking that they were the father. And it's the reason why this Hunter guy did not respond to you. It's the reason when you try to tell him that you love him and all of this of the nature of her baby's birthday at all. She wasn't sure. She wasn't sure who the father was. And you must had Hunter thinking that the baby was his. Did you have Hunter thinking this child was yours? Evelyn was 19 months. I believe she was a little bit over one. So you had both of these, and either you killed this baby out of resentment because you didn't want, them to you didn't want either Hunter to find out, or you didn't want Ethan to find out. One of them, you did not want them to find out, or whatever the father name was. You didn't want them to find out the truth, is what I believe. Honestly and truly. Yeah, because Ethan was previously believed to be the father in this text message that was sent on January the 13th. And the Amber Alert went out February the 18th of 2020. Oh, she was 15 months. Evelyn was 15 months. I'm sorry. So yeah, a little bit over one. So that means that you started this whole plan to kill your daughter. Your baby possibly have been gone for months, because if they did the Amber Alert on the 18th, okay, these text messages began on December the 18th of 2019. Where you began to discuss your financial struggles due to custody battles with Evelyn's dad. January the 13th of 2020, we had a conversation with Ashley when you told her that you had lost custody of Evelyn, who was previously believed to be Evelyn's father. January the 26th, Boswell told Hall, who was Christopher Hall, that Evelyn was doing good but was mean, and claimed that Evelyn had hated her. February the 18th, Boswell has stated that Perry would not let her pick up Evelyn, which is bizarre. Because so basically, before you reported her missing, right? You had sent the text message out that same day. Basically, this is when you began to pin it on the father, Ethan. So you basically text saying, Perry would not let me pick up Evelyn. So this was your first initial cover up where you tried to make it seem like that he wouldn't allow you to get her. You sent a picture of Evelyn claiming that it was taken the previous weekend, basically acting like that had already had her. Dropped her off over there to him, but he wouldn't allow her to see you. But they had determined that that actual picture was taken months before, which was November the 30th, months before she actually was, the Amber Alert was sent out, because the Amber Alert wasn't sent out until 2020, February, by the way. But you attempted to send a picture that was actually more old than what you had put out there. You tried to make it seem like that it was more recent, but it was actually taken November the 13th. February the 22nd, that's when you received a message from a message basically saying to be honest. And that's where you responded, I'm being 100% honest about the situation. Now, on December the 27th, okay, now December the 27th, this is a few days after, okay? This is a few days after you had text about the you losing custody to the father. And in December, you messaged Woods about a phone swap and mentioned Evelyn staying with Perry. So you begin to lie all the way back in December. So this baby could have been gone for a while. In February, she messaged Woods claiming that she loved him and was pregnant with his child and needed a place to stay. Woods did not respond to the February 19th message that was shown to the jury. A phone swap. So did you kill this baby to kind of like, she been lying. You've been lying since December, November, December. So this baby could have been gone months, guys, before she even reported her missing. Did you get rid of it? I'm wondering, did she get rid of the baby in an attempt to gain the guy Hunter? And plus, because she's already lost custody of Evelyn, anyways. Because some people, when they lose custody, they end up doing something like this, and it turns into a resentment. So there's so many possible reasons of why she did this. You have two men that you were dealing with, and you're telling a bunch of lies to both. A bunch of lies. Hmm. Let's see if they've handed a verdict before we head up out of here, because they were definitely deliberating. 1 second. Not as of yet. There's no verdict as of yet. Not yet. Hey, Miss Deborah, I haven't seen you. Haven't been very busy, not able to catch your lives. Will catch the replay. I'm doing well and adjusting to my new state of residence. God bless you. You too. You too. You too. You too. I'm glad that you're doing amazing. Yeah, I was actually thinking about you. I'm like, I didn't see everybody but Miss Deborah. I was thinking about you over the weekend and you popped up. Because I was thinking, I'm like, I didn't see everybody. I didn't see Miss Dolores. I seen Evangelist. I have seen everybody but Miss Deborah. So I'm glad that you popped out, because I was definitely looking for you. A lot of my people are starting to find me. Yes, guys, I am back full time, okay? Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? If you want to stay updated on everything that I have going on, you can definitely download the Spaces by Wix. Okay, Spaces by Wix is here. A lot of the people that are here are over there. You also can get your news breaks there in cases that I am covering, sneak peeks into things. There will be new content that will be rolling out over there in the coming days, as I've now gotten my school schedule together to know when is a perfect time to record new content. Um, so download Spaces by Wix, as there's some cases, some content that is on there that is not anywhere else but on the website. Okay, we do have a group over there as well where you can definitely join the group. You've been following me since Too Strong, period. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Um, the you can look at the news blogs that are there. There's content. Hey Kiva, you can do the content that is there and different type of stuff. Okay, make sure that you guys definitely download the app. All right, download the app to stay updated. Alrighty, so Bigo people, I am on my way to you. Okay, today we have two cases over there. We first have to get the updates into the Brandy Pierce. Brandy Pierce is the young woman out of Detroit who buried her 9-year-old son, killed him, strangled him, and she strangled him and buried him in a shallow grave in a residence in which she lives. And then we're also going to cover the case of a woman who was homeless, and she was sleeping in a garage with her mother and two children. And some of her children. I think she has four total, but I'm not sure. Two of her children passed away of hypothermia, because she said that she contacted everyone to attempt to get help, and none of the homeless shelters will give her a bed to sleep. Now there is an investigation, and as well as a cleanup crew, as I like to call it, as they are doing damage control out there in New York, out there in Detroit, because this woman had made multiple calls to homeless shelters, attempting to get a place for her and her children to sleep. She ended up taking her mother and her children to sleep in a car in a garage. Her children ended up dying, and they froze to death in the garage. Detroit has not charged her, of course, due to the circumstances of the case. So we're going to get into that case to watch how that plays out, as they say that they are still investigating. Okay. So we're about to get ready to head over to the YouTube side of things. If you haven't done so already, tomorrow's show has already been posted. So make sure that you definitely go and look at tomorrow's show to get your notifications. Also, I don't know if you guys know it or not, but I am on IG as well as Instagram and everywhere else. IG and Facebook. All right. I don't know if you guys are following me on Instagram, but I am there as well. Everybody has asked TikTok. I am on TikTok, but I haven't taken the time to do TikTok for real, because I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what is going on with it, so I haven't really taken the time to really get into it or not, and have decided if I'm going to, do YouTube. But if I do, just know I am there as well. One second, guys. One second. I don't know why. Oh, hold on. I'm trying to get my links for you guys. Trying to get my links for you guys to have and make it easier for you to get it. Trying. Come on, thing. Alrighty. Let me give you guys the Instagram account so that you guys can follow me over there as well, as I do make content on there too. All right. Paste. How is the little kitten doing? He's a menace. He's a menace, is what he is. He is a menace. That's what he is. His name is Druzy, just in case you guys didn't know. But he is definitely. I just bought a two and a half crate of eggs for $26. I'd rather buy chicken. you know, it's hard when people. I have seen more people buying chicken, y'all, because people are like, listen, I'd rather buy me a chicken and have me a chicken coop than to sit here and purchase, because you know, chicken, that having a chicken is not as expensive as people think. Um, I told you they are sneaky. He's very mischievous. And he has a thing where he don't like closed doors. He has, I don't know what's wrong with him, but he does not like closed doors. Okay? I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But the moment that he sees someone go behind a door, it is all gloves are off. He is sitting there meowing it until you come from behind that door. He is very mischievous. And if he don't do that, he is sticking his paws under the daggone door. Like, hey, come up from behind there. Layla, she been not liking me to have a cat from the start. There's the YouTube channel right there, guys. Make sure that you definitely subscribe to the YouTube, okay? I'm trying to make it easier for everybody to locate me, as some people like, where are you? Are you just on YouTube? And so also here is my Facebook for those that want to watch or follow me on the Facebook side of things, just in case things happen. Y'all know. Okay, just this morning I got an alert from YouTube about I had to take it down. It was one of Miss Dolores produced shows. Uh the young woman with the pastor. Uh I forgot her name, with the husband that was accused of, the people thought that he did something to her. Got a message about that one this morning. So I went ahead and took it down. So make sure that you're following me all over the place, guys, to ensure that you do not lose track of me, okay? Do not lose track of me. Alrighty, guys. Not a kitten anymore, but a full-grown historical menace to society. Yes, definitely a menace. He is a full-grown menace to society right now. Okay? Nobody is safe. Now, the Wix app, I don't understand it clearly. What do you mean? Do you want me to show you it? I can show you it if you want me to. If you guys want me to give you a quick walkthrough, if it's a kind of a struggle for you guys, let me know. Put a 1 right now so that we can do a quick, if you need me to, I can give you a quick walkthrough so that you can know how to use it. I do know that it can get a little bit difficult to use the app, especially when it's new and things of that nature. But let me know if you need a little bit of help when it comes to the app. Let me know. Let me know. Uh-oh. Did this thing just, my thing died. You guys don't understand it? Okay. So let me see. 1 second. If it will let me do it over here. Okay, I can't do it on this one, but I know I can do it on my phone. 1 second, guys. All right. I'll give you guys a quick walkthrough. Does the app work on a computer? No. Nope, just on devices. It's an app. Yeah, so you just go to the app, okay? When it first opens up like this, guys, okay? We're doing a tutorial of the Spaces by Wix. When it first opens up like this, of course, you get your notifications. You just click this, okay? When you get there, it will look just like this, look just like that, okay? You have your tabs at the top here, okay? Which then allows you to do your news. You can get your news there. There's your news. Then you also have your videos tab where you can watch videos, content over there. And then you have the newsroom. That is a group. Okay. You can post. All you do is just go to the bottom of the actual post and you'll see where it says comment. You just click comment and you go over there and you comment. If you would like to create a post, you'll see a box at the very top. You just do that there and you just post your thoughts. Now, when it comes to the news part, you can also comment under articles as well over there for your engagement. You know, we have the engagement giveaway that is going on this month. So you just scroll to the bottom of the article, okay? And you'll see comments there, okay? And you can do your ratings and all of that stuff right like that, okay? But it's just like any other social platform app. It's just that everything is for everything that I do, okay? A59TEA. So you just download Spaces by Wix. You go to Savage Royalty Entertainment, you search it, and then you put in the code A59 And everything that you need is right there within the app. Okay. As well as you do receive notifications. So how sometimes you guys say, Royalty, I did not get a notification for YouTube, or Facebook didn't let me know that you're live. Each morning that I do go live, you do get your own personalized alert that comes directly to your device. So you do not have to worry about looking for them to give it to you. I send it to you myself. Okay. Now, as well as some of you guys are subscribed to the website, but you are not a member. Okay. So that means that you will only get notifications if I send an email, and that's because you are a subscriber only. In order for you to become a member, you have to go to savageroyalty.com and you have to click login and create you an account. Okay. That will make you a member. And then when you make the member, back up so I can show how, back up one step, show how you enter the code. So when you search, well, it's not going to let me do it because I'm already logged in, but it should be down at the bottom. You see that there? Join with the code. It'll be right at the bottom when you first go in there. And it says join with the code. It's right there. That's how you get in. You got it, the real books? Scroll at the bottom and then put the code in. Some of you guys are on the app, but you are not in the group. Okay. So you have to go to the group tab to go ahead and join the group as well. Now you can be on the app without joining the group. Maybe you don't want to, but once you go into when you get into the app, when I do post exclusive content in the group, or I do little tips and things of that nature that I put out there, or little giveaways, sometimes I may do random giveaways that will only be in the group. You will have to be in the group to even see it. So just go to Spaces by Wix or download it. Type in Savage Royalty Entertainment, code A59TEA. Just click the tabs and do your stuff, okay? And yeah. Now, once again, some of you guys are subscribed, but you are not a member, okay? So you will have to go to savageroyalty.com and create you an account. And then when you go to Spaces, everything that you need will be right there, and you just log in with your login information as a member, okay? I try not to send that many emails as much when it comes to the alerts, because I like to send like news alerts sometimes for like breaking stuff. So I don't really send alerts to your inbox in regards to content or when I'm live. But when I do go live, you do get those alerts, as well as you are the first to know what the content details are before everyone else, because I post them by each Sunday. I appreciate the emails. Yeah. Yeah. So each Sunday, I do, well, at least by Saturday, Sunday, I post the shows that are coming up for the week, and you will see them first, and all the links will be sent right there within the app, so that you ain't got to go searching nowhere. And you can go ahead and get your notifications set and all of that. Okay. Alrighty, guys, I got to get ready to go to the Bigo side of things. I am literally got 1 minute to get ready to go. Okay. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Don't forget, tomorrow's show has been posted. Go ahead and click your notifications, and thank you for tuning in to True Crime with Savage Royalty.